recent weeks, Los Angeles has once again found itself engulfed in flames. Towering infernos have turned thriving neighborhoods into ashes and displaced thousands, leaving many to question whether these events are simply a tragic recurrence of nature's fury or something more sinister. As the smoke settles, it becomes harder to ignore the patterns, coincidences, and questions that arise. Could these fires be part of a larger conspiracy, or are we simply at the mercy of an increasingly volatile climate? Wildfires are not new to California, but each year they seem to grow more destructive, more unpredictable, and, some would argue, more suspicious. As we dive deeper into the details of the recent Los Angeles fires, we'll explore the scientific, economic, and conspiratorial factors that might be at play. Prepare to question everything you think you know about wildfires. Wildfires are an unfortunate hallmark of California's landscape. The state's dry climate, combined with strong Santa Ana winds and drought conditions, has made it a tinderbox for decades. In 2023 alone, California experienced over 7,000 wildfire incidents, burning more than 1.2 million acres. These numbers are staggering, but what makes the recent Los Angeles fires particularly alarming is their frequency and scale. Within just a few days, multiple fires erupted in seemingly unrelated locations, causing chaos and overwhelming emergency services. Historical data reveals a troubling trend. Fire seasons are getting longer, with some experts arguing that California no longer has a fire season but a year-round threat. Yet, despite this natural predisposition, many of these fires show characteristics that defy simple explanations. For instance, eyewitnesses often report seeing multiple fires ignite almost simultaneously. Is this a coincidence, or does it point to coordinated activity? And if so, by whom? Satellite imagery of the recent Los Angeles fires reveals an unusual aspect. Many of the fires seem to follow straight lines or precise angles. Experts have suggested that this could be due to infrastructure-related ignitions, such as power lines sparking in windy conditions. However, this theory does not fully explain the clustering of fires in areas without significant electrical infrastructure. Additionally, some burn patterns defy natural explanations. In several neighborhoods, residents reported seeing entire homes incinerated, while nearby trees and vegetation remained untouched, a phenomenon often attributed to the intensity of urban fires. But skeptics argue that this selective destruction points to something far more calculated. Is it possible that certain areas were targeted deliberately? Could advanced incendiary devices be responsible for such precision? To understand potential motives, we must follow the money. Wildfires, while devastating to many, can be highly profitable for a select few. In Los Angeles, where land value is at a premium, some theorists argue that fires conveniently clear out areas ripe for redevelopment. Once the ashes settle, properties that were once occupied by middle-class families can be rezoned for high-end commercial or residential developments. A 2018 investigation by the Los Angeles Times revealed that several wildfire-prone areas had been acquired by developers at suspiciously low prices following major fires. Could this be a coincidence, or does it suggest a more deliberate effort to exploit disaster? The insurance industry too stands to gain. While payouts for wildfire damage are significant, insurance companies often leverage these events to justify premium hikes across the board. In the end, the costs fall on homeowners and taxpayers while corporations reap the benefits. One of the most chilling theories surrounding the Los Angeles fires involves the use of advanced technology, such as directed energy weapons, DEWs. These weapons, which use focused energy to ignite or destroy targets, have been publicly acknowledged by the military and are no longer confined to the realm of science fiction. While there is no concrete evidence linking DEWs to the recent fires, several videos circulating online claim to show unusual light beams or heat signatures preceding certain ignitions. Skeptics argue that these videos are doctored or misinterpreted, but proponents of the DEW theory point to the rapid spread and intensity of some fires as potential indicators. If these weapons were being tested or deployed, who would be responsible, and why target Los Angeles? Some theorists suggest that such technology could be used to manipulate public perception, test military capabilities, or even clear land for undisclosed projects. Climate change is the go-to explanation for many natural disasters, including wildfires. Rising temperatures, prolonged droughts, and shifting weather patterns have undeniably exacerbated the fire seasons in California. However, some argue that climate change is being used as a convenient cover for human-made disasters. For example, if arsonists or corporations were responsible for igniting these fires, invoking climate change shifts the blame away from any potential perpetrators. It's a perfect smokescreen, literally and figuratively. To what extent is climate change being weaponized as a narrative, and how can we separate genuine environmental concerns from deliberate misinformation? Mainstream media coverage of the Los Angeles fires has been widespread but curiously shallow. While dramatic footage of the flames dominates headlines, there is little discussion of the anomalies surrounding these events. Why aren't the unusual burn patterns, simultaneous ignitions, or potential motives being investigated further? Journalists who attempt to dig deeper often face significant pushback. Could there be a coordinated effort to suppress alternative theories? Some theorists argue that corporate interests, political agendas, and even media ownership play a role in shaping the narrative. If this is true, then the public may never hear the full story of what's happening in their own backyard. Perhaps the most compelling evidence comes from eyewitnesses. Residents have reported seeing multiple small fires starting within minutes of each other, as well as mysterious individuals in the area just before the flames erupted. One resident from Malibu claimed to have seen a drone hovering suspiciously near a hillside shortly before it caught fire. While some of these accounts can be dismissed as hearsay or panic-induced misinterpretations, the consistency of such reports raises questions. Could there be organized groups behind these fires? If so, who are they, and what is their agenda? Law enforcement agencies have confirmed investigating arson in several cases, but details remain scarce. Is this secrecy a sign of ongoing investigations or something more deliberate? While the fires still continue, questions about these fires remain unanswered. Are they simply the result of natural conditions, an unfortunate but inevitable consequence of living in a fire-prone area? Or are they evidence that deeper, more sinister forces are at work? Whether it's arsonists, for-profit developers, advanced weaponry, or a combination of the three, one thing is certain: the Los Angeles fires are more than a natural disaster. They are a puzzle, a tragedy, and perhaps a warning of what is to come. Until these questions are answered, smoke will persist both in the skies of Los Angeles and in the minds of those seeking the truth. What do you believe? Could these fires be the result of a deliberate plan, or are they simply nature's wrath on a warming world? The answer may be hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to uncover it.